the main thing that Hitler did, financially speaking, now we're not going to talk about socially because obviously that's very cutting edge and controversial and mostly offensive for good reason. But the economic turnaround was primarily based on one idea: eliminate foreign banks, no international banks, and no foreign shareholders. So German companies, big companies, were owned by Germans only. And bank borrowing was kept to a German bank, so their interests are aligned. So their interests are aligned. The country and the banks both want the same thing, the country to do well, and their borrowers to succeed. They didn't want to get people on the hook, like credit cards for the rest of their lives paying interest. It's a big conflict of interest. Or the big conflict of interest is, for example, like where I'm from, the Maytag washer got left to China, the big factory. The whole town was built around the Maytag. Well, who does that benefit? The international shareholders. Their goal is to maximize profit for the shareholder of the company. And who are the shareholders? A lot of it are foreigners. They don't care about the community. They want to take all the profit out and give people that live in, let's say, the town, wages, which are taxed 50%. But most of the big jobs that pay a lot are in New York or London or somewhere else, first off, corporate jobs. The lower wage jobs stay in the city. Okay? And then the profits leave. And so all we end up with is basically wage workers with huge tax burdens. So a big company does not really benefit the community that much. And just to finish his thought before we speak, I told in one episode, I repeated that in the old economic books, finance books, before the 45, let's say, they ask they define the goal of a corporation. A company's first duty is to satisfy the customer. The second is serve the community. That was their second goal. Okay? But now they flip in modern finance, universally writes, a company exists for the benefit of the shareholders. So they exist for foreign shareholders who have no tie to the community, no nothing. That's the purpose. So it's no longer about community or customer. It's about maximum profit for the shareholders.